Bonjour à tous. Today I am going to teach you tenses, French tenses. So all of you know very well that first we are going to start with present tense. So it is in French, le présent de l'indicatif. Le présent de l'indicatif. This is French pronunciation. We already, in my earlier videos, we already learned about verbs in French. All verbs, they end with er, ir, and re endings. So now let's start with the tenses. So as you can see here, when and what are the uses of French present tense? This tense is used to talk about what is true at the moment, what happens regularly, and what is happening now. You can see in examples also. I am a singer, affect. Then I always eat ice cream, again affect. And I am studying in DPS. First of all, I tell you, this is present simple tense. This is present continuous tense. So we don't have in present continuous tense and present perfect continuous tense in French. Only you have to conjugate the verb in present tense, simple la présence de l'indicatif, and you will get the uh, simple present also, present continuous also, and present perfect continuous also. So now if we will talk about verbs once again. So if you can see first group is er ending verbs. Er ending verbs, regular verbs. In French we have three types of verbs. Regular verb, les verbes réguliers. Then we have irregular verbs, les verbes irréguliers. And then we have semi-irregular verbs. So all verbs in French, they end with er or ir or re. So here you can see first group is les verbes en ir, parler, P-A-R-L-E-R, parler, which means to speak. This is full verb, that is infinitive form. To conjugate all er ending regular verbs, remove what you have to do. First, you have to remove this er. Remove er and add e, es, e, ons, ez, ent. These are the endings to conjugate all er ending regular verbs. So I'm going to tell you where you have to put e, where you have to put es, and where you have to add these endings. I'm going to tell you that. Here you can see these are subject pronouns. Je, tu, il, elle, nous, vous, il, elle. I already told you what you have to do. First, you have to remove er. Here you can see in every subject pronoun prle, 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 and then what you have to do with je you have to add e. With tu you have to add es. With il again ending will be e. With ELLE again ending will be E. With no ending will be ONS. With WO ending will be EZ. With ILS ending will be ENT. With ELLES that is L ending will be ENT. Here you can see, if you can see here, je parle with E, P-R-L-E. Je parle means I speak or I am speaking. I am speaking also. Tu parles, P-A-R-L-E-S. You speak, you are speaking, and this is informal way also. With younger ones, you use this form only, tu form. Il, again P-R-L-E, he speaks, he is speaking. Then again P-R-L-E, she speaks or she is speaking. No, P-A-R-L-O-N-S, P-R-L-O-N-S, we speak, we are speaking. Vous parlez, P-A-R-L-E-Z. You speak, you are speaking formal way with elder ones. Then ILS, P-A-R-L-E-N-T, parle. Again, don't say parlons, it will be parle. They speak, they are speaking, masculine form. Then ELLS, again P-R-L-E-N-T, they speak, they are speaking, and this is for feminine. Here you can see with je, il, elle. Endings will remain the same E. With ILS and ELLES. Endings will remain the same ENT. So you have to memorize these endings to conjugate all ER ending verbs. All ER ending verbs. Now, if you will see here, je, I'm going to tell you pronunciation, how to read this together. Je parle, tu parle, il parle, elle parle, nous parlons, vous parlez, il parle, elle parle. This is first group. Now I am going to tell you how to conjugate second group. This is deuxième group, les verbes en IR. IR ending verbs like this FINIR finir, which means to finish. To finish. So to conjugate all IR ending regular verbs, first we have to remove IR. Like in ER, we have to remove ER. In all IR ending verbs, we have to remove first IR and then we have to add endings. These are the endings with j is, with q is, with l it, with il it, nu ISSONS, woo ISSEZ, ILS, that is ill, ISSENT, ELLES, L, again ISSENT. So endings you have to remove, you have to remember endings to conjugate all IR ending verbs. For ER ending verbs, endings will be E, ESE, EONS, EZ, ENT, ENT. To conjugate all IR ending regular verbs, first we have to remove IR and then we have to add these endings IS, IS, IT, IT, ISSONS, ISSEZ, ISSENT, ISSENT. We have to do this. Here also you can see the conjugation. Subject pronouns je, tu, il, elle. With je, you have to add is. With tu, again is. With il, it. With l, it. With nu, ISSONS. With woo, ISSEZ. With ILS, ISSENT. ELLES, ISSENT. I'm going to tell you pronunciation also, how to read with the endings. Je finis, tu finis, il finit, elle finit, nous finissons, vous finissez, ILS, that is il finis, elle finish. Here you can see English translation also, I finish or I am finishing. I finish, this is simple present tense. I am finishing, present continuous tense. We don't have present continuous tense in French. We use only le présent de l'indicatif. Now, third group. Troisième groupe, les verbes en RE. Verbs ending with RE. I already told you there are three types of verbs, ER ending, IR ending and RE ending verbs. So now how to, you can see here example also, répondre, REPONDRE, répondre. Répondre means to reply. Again, now to conjugate all RE ending verbs, first you have to remove RE and then again endings are there, S, blank, then blank, then ONS, EZ, ENT, ENT. What you have to do now, why these blanks are there? With je, first you have to remove RE and then you have to add S. With Q again S. With IL and ILE, you have to remove RE but you don't have to add anything. With no ONS, with boo, EZ, ILS, that is ill, ENT, LENT. Now I am going to tell you this again. Here you can see subject pronouns je, tu, il, elle, nous, vous, il, elle. Répondre. I removed already RE from this full verb. Répondre, REPONDRE, which means to reply, to answer, to respond. With you have to add S with je. It will be je réponds. I reply, I am replying. Q again, REPONDS. With L, REPOND. With L also, REPOND. You don't have to, you have to remove RE, but no need to add anything. It will be blank only. No, REPONDONS. Woo, REPONDEZ. Il, REPONDENT. L, REPONDENT. These endings are there to conjugate all ER, IR and RE ending verbs. Again, I am telling you to conjugate all ER ending regular verbs. First, remove ER and memorize these endings. E, ESE, E, ONS, EZ, ENT, ENT. To conjugate all IR ending verbs, first you have to remove IR and then you have to add S. You have to add IS, IT, ISSONS, ISSEZ, I-double-S-E-N-T and again I-double-S-E-N-T, and to conjugate all R-E ending verbs, first you have to remove R-E and then you have to add accordingly S, then blank, blank, O-N-S, E-Z, E-N-T, E-N-T. To conjugate all ER, IR, RE ending verbs, all regular verbs. There are almost 4,000 verbs in French, regular verbs. So to conjugate all ER ending verbs, you need these endings only. Now, les verbes irréguliers. Those are the endings to conjugate all regular verbs. Now I'm going to talk about les verbes irréguliers, that is irregular verbs. There are total 300 around irregular verbs in French, but we don't have any ending. We don't have any endings of formula to conjugate them. You have to remember by heart only the conjugation of these verbs. So first, let's talk about aller. A-double-L-E-R, aller verb. A-double-L-E-R, aller verb. This is the conjugation of A-double-L-E-R, aller, which means to go. Je vais, tu vas, il va, elle va, nous allons, vous allez, ils vont, elles vont. Once again, je vais, tu vas, il va, elle va, nous allons, vous allez, ils vont, elles vont. Here you can see this English translation also. I go or I am going. This is irregular verb, aller verb, A-double-L-E-R, aller, which means to go. Then let's talk about next. This is aller. It is ER ending verb, but irregular verb. Now let's talk about avoir. A-V-O-I-R. It will be A-V-O-I-R. Avoir verb, which means to have. Here you can see I have, you have, so it means to have. J-A-I. It will be J-E will be J apostrophe before a vowel. So it will be J apostrophe A-I. Je, which means I have. Tu as, il a, elle a, nous avons, vous avez, ils ont, elles ont. This is the conjugation, irregular conjugation of irregular verb avoir, A-V-O-I-R, which means to have. Je, tu as, il a, elle a, nous avons, vous avez, ils ont, elles ont. Now let's talk about another verb, that is RE ending verb, irregular verb. Être, et, I'm going to talk about être, E-T-R-E, être. Je suis, tu es, il est, elle est, nous sommes, vous êtes, ils sont, elles sont. Again, this is conjugation of irregular verb être, E-T-R-E, être, which means to be. So here you can see very well. I told you how to conjugate ER ending regular verbs and how to conjugate ER ending ER, IR, RE ending regular verbs and ER, IR and RE ending irregular verbs. The conjugation, to conjugate all regular verbs, we have certain endings, and to conjugate all irregular verbs, we don't have any endings. You have to memorize by heart only. Now, if you can see here, there are some semi-irregular verbs also. Semi-irregular verbs. Endings will remain the same as of ER ending regular verbs. But endings will remain the same as of ER ending regular verbs. But only very small changes will be there in to conjugate all semi-irregular verbs. Like here, if you can see CER, this is CER ending verb. Example, commencer, C-O-M-M-E-N-C-E-R, commencer, which means to begin, to start. CER, just pay attention here, CER ending verb. What we have to do, endings again will remain the same as of ER ending regular verbs. Only you have to put this cedille like comma under C in new form. In new form, like here you can see, nous commençons. C-O-M-M-E-N-C-O-N-S ending is same as of ER ending verb. Only you have to put this comma like that is cedille under C to conjugate all CER ending verbs, semi-regular verbs in French. The same way, if you can see here, GER ending verbs. GER ending verbs, voyager, V-O-Y-A-G-E-R, voyager, which means to trouble. So while conjugating all GER ending verbs, what you have to do? In new form, you have to put EONS. E and endings for all other subject pronouns will remain the same as of ER ending regular verbs. Only what you have to do, you have to add E, extra E before ONS while conjugating nu, verb in nu form. So nu, here you can see NOUS, nu, voyageons, VOYAGEONS. ONS ending, this is same as of ER ending verb, only E will be there. Extra E will be there only while conjugating verb with nu form. While conjugating verb with nu form. Then here you can see YER ending verbs. YER. Here just pay attention here. YER ending verbs like payer, 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 payer to pay. While conjugating all YER ending verbs, what you have to do? While this y will change to I in all forms except nu and wu forms, in all forms. And endings, again, this is er ending verb, this is er ending verbs, ending will remain the same as of er ending regular verbs, e, es, e, ons, ez, ent, ent. In example, you can see je, paie, pay. You can also write paye. If verb is AYER. A. Just pay attention here. AYER. If you are not going to change Y to I, then also it will work. And if O will be there, POYER, like you have to change Y to I in all forms except nu and wu forms. Like this, here you can see, nous payons de l'argent à Caroline. We are paying money to Caroline. We are paying money to Caroline. Again, if any verb is ending with ELER or ETER, like in example here you can see APPELER ending with ELER, which means to call, jeter, JETER ending with ETER, which means to throw. Verbs, if they will end with ELER or ETER, L, here L and here T will be double in all forms except nu and wu forms. Except nu and wu forms. In nu and wu form, L and T will remain the same, L and T. And while conjugating, like here you can see, J apostrophe, j'appelle, APPE, this ending E will remain the same as of ER ending regular verb. The same E, ES, EE, ONS, EZ, ENT. And here you can see nous appelons, APPELONS, L, single L will be there. Conjugating ELER and ETER ending semi-irregular verbs, here L, here T will be double in all forms except nu and wu forms, in both nu and wu forms. Now, if you can see here, LEVER, lever, to raise, to get up, peser, PESER, to wait. Here, if like here also, acheter, ACHETER, EVER, if with this verb V, T, and here also S, if here also means if any word, any letter will be between E, like this, EVE, ETE, ESE, what we have to do in all forms. Again, endings will remain the same as of ER ending regular verbs. Only what you have to do, you have to put grave accent on this first E in all forms except nu and wu form. Nu and wu forms. Here again you can see preferere, PRE, if suppose acute accent will be there on first and second E. If acute accent will be there on first and second E, while conjugating, the acute accent of second E will change to grave accent in all forms except nu and wu forms again. Then here you can see le verb pronominal verbs, that is reflexive verbs. If you will see SE or S apostrophe, SE or S apostrophe before any verb, it will be reflexive verb or pronominal. That is le verbe pronominaux. So if you, again I'm telling you, if you will see SE or S apostrophe before SE will change to S apostrophe before a vowel. So if you will see se or s apostrophe before any verb, it will be reflexive verb. Se laver, which means to wash oneself. Pronoun. So here you can see if while conjugating all reflexive verbs, se will change to endings of this er will remain the same as of er ending regular verbs. Only se will change to other words with all subject pronouns. So se will be with je, se will be ma. With q, se will be the. With il, ils and ells, se will remain the same. Se with nu, se will become nu. With vu, se will become vu. While conjugating all reflexive verbs, these endings, these se word will change to me, te with je, me with q, te with il, ils, ells will change to will remain the same se only. With nu it will be nu, and with vu it will be vu only. Now here again, if I will tell you, let's don't take another. Now, les verbes savoir and connaître. Les verbes savoir et connaître. Both the verbs savoir, connaître mean to know. To know. Now, the French verbs savoir and connaître, both, as you can see, translate to know in English, but they are used differently depending on the context. I'm going to tell you how here. Meaning to know, savoir. Let's talk about savoir. Meaning to know. To know what? A fact, how to do something, or information. To know, again, a fact like this. Je sais la réponse. I know the answer. Je sais parler français. Tu sais parler français? Do you know how to speak French? Il sait où elle habite. He knows where she lives. Nous savons nager. We know how to swim. Again, you can see savoir, meaning is to know what? A fact, how to do something, and information. Then let's talk about connaître. Connaître, meaning again will remain the same, but what? A person, a place, or thing. Once again, not fact. A person, a place, or thing. Like here, je connais Marie. I know Marie. That is person. Je connais Paris. Are you familiar with Paris? Place. And then il connaît ce restaurant. He knows this restaurant. Place. Thing. Nous connaissons ce livre. Again, think we are familiar with this book. Savoir and connaître. While using these words, pay attention. Now, I'm going to tell you how to find out answers of regular and irregular. I already told you all regular verbs, there are certain endings to conjugate them. To conjugate er ending, ir ending, and re ending, regular verbs. But to conjugate all irregular verbs, we don't have any ending. You have to memorize by heart only. Exercice, if you can see, question. Conjuguer les verbes au présent dans l'indicatif. Conjugate the verbs in present tense. Numéro 1, nous blank dans la cantine. Verb is être, which means to be. This is irregular verb. With no conjugation of être will be som. S-O-M-M-E-S, som. We are in the canteen. Nous sommes dans la cantine. Numéro 2, Caroline et Marie blank du bruit faire. Faire. Faire, again, irregular verb, which means to make, to do. To make, to do. Use for both. Caroline and Marie are making noise. Bruit means noise. Caroline et Marie font, F-O-N-T, F-O-N-T, font du bruit. Numéro 3, la femme chinoise blank des vêtements. Choisir. Choisir, this is simple IR ending regular verb. IR ending regular verb. Now we will use endings. La femme chinoise The Chinese woman, that is she. She. In French, it will be E-double-L-E. We have to take ending of E-double-L-E, which will be IT. What we have to do? First, we have to remove IR. It will be CHOIS and we will add IT. IT. Answer will be CHOISIT. Pronunciation of this sentence will be La femme chinoise choisit des vêtements. The Chinese woman is choosing clothes. Numéro 4, mon oncle blank une belle moto. Avoir. Again, irregular verb. Conjugation, mon oncle, my uncle, blank, a beautiful bike. My uncle, that is he. We will use il. With il, conjugation of irregular verb avoir will be a. Mon oncle a une belle moto. My uncle has a beautiful bike. Numéro 5. Les gagnants du quiz dash aux questions. Répondre. Répondre, which means to reply, to answer. Again, this is re ending regular verb. What we will use? We will use endings from the endings which I told you. Les gagnants, the winners of the quiz. The winners of the quiz. From these words, we will take subject pronoun. The winners of the quiz, that is they. ILS form. We have to conjugate verb with ILS form. ILS form ending will be, first we will remove re and then we will add ent. Answer will be repondent. Les gagnants du quiz répondent aux questions. The winners of the quiz are answering, replying to the questions. With every video you will find I'll upload exercise part also with each and every video. Around 25 sentences will be there, so you have to find out the answer, and later I will upload answers also. So this is all about le présent de l'indicatif, that is present tense, French present tense. If you like the video, do like it, and don't forget to subscribe the channel and wait for another video. Till then, merci, bonne journée, au revoir.